Gaming draft once again. It's a little all over the place. It seems an alliance again just seeming to have a lineup that just makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of spells that they can spam too. That's the one concern. Like I saw the Troll last pick, and one of the things Troll hates playing against is Wyvern, Cold Embrace. You know, you're all physical damage, and then high magic damage nukes. We see Tiny, all like massive magic damage nukes, Luna, Pango, and Wyvern. All these heroes do apply a decent amount of magic damage burst. And they're running this this Enigma. It's support, right? It's MSS going to be playing it, so he's going to be denying back the lane, but it's going to be the lane that Alliance wants. They have the boxy Pangolier. He's going to be laning in his position versus that Enigma. Maybe that's why they switched the Enigma from being core, right? Because he doesn't want to be feeding all those Eidolons to this guy.
I think you have to make that shift. Otherwise, you just sort of end yourself in that place where you're throwing this position 3 Enigma up and down the map, trying to make sure he's not in that lane.
It looks like a really hard game for the Enigma, though. Like we've seen the Pangoliers dominate time and time again versus this hero. They have 2 BKB piercing disables for the later stages between the Wyvern and the Treant. And there's just like a lot of like long-range spells that they can use to stop this guy. That being said, though, on the side of forward, they do have the Troll Warrior plus Centaur. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is if they can actually get this Troll to have a decent start, have some decent farm, they can just Stampede, run on top of the Luna. In theory, they could try to blow him up, but they have to watch out for that tree positioning. So right away, we're seeing a swap from forward. They're trying to dodge the matchups, of course, dodge that aggression going to come out, get the Pango, or get the Enigma away from the Pango, get the Murana away from the aggro tri-lane. SVG stepping up a bit far here. He could be set up on for a kill right away. He's alone as this Undying. He is looking very dead up top.
Yeah, they're just going to get the slowdown. There's the slap from Insania as he reveals himself from the trees. SVG trying to run, trying to hide, will cut his way through the tree line, and that will keep him alive.
He got the triple decay on them there. He hit actually all 3 heroes, so he gets that surge of health, and he'd already hit the Luna once. He comes back forward, and he's okay. All right. I thought he was for sure dead, but I mean, if he didn't get the triple decay, he was dead. Very close for SVG. Good positioning of him there to get that. Save them a kill. Mid lane, I have not seen this matchup, but
I'm pretty sure
Tiny's going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, already as you see the first wave, you're pretty much secured with the tree.
Yeah. You're going to get like these guaranteed denies too. Like Trolls at least got the axes to get those, like some of those secured last hits, but yeah, base damage advantage is massive for Tiny.
And Koik's he's been playing really well today.
He has been. He's on fire today, actually. I've been very impressed with him because I am sometimes a bit critical of his play, just because he is that like mid laner who's been playing for a very long time, but he's been really dominant today. It's been very spectacular to see his first few waves, 12-3 last hits to the 5-0 Troll.
Top lane.
To a great start.
A bit of an attempt onto SVG. Quite enough once again to bring him down, but still, he's been totally bullied. Well, he's out of regen. He's only down to the last 2 mangoes. SVG.
This is the dream setup for Alliance, honestly. Like, Boxy's going to be doing great bottom. Yeah. They're going to be pressuring the Centaur top, and they need the Centaur to have a good game on the side of forward. Like, he needs to get this Blink Dagger at a good timing for them to actually be able to make plays around the map. Because besides him, their playmaking again this game, it's not there. Like, Undying Enigma, these 2 heroes, they're not playmakers.
SVG will go for the deny.
He goes for the safer one this time, goes all the way to tier 2. Doesn't want to risk that 20-second grace period like last time, giving that gold.
See if this mid lane gets any better for resolution.
Ooh. He has to watch out when he walks that courier up versus the Tiny.
Top lane Insania. They're got on here by SVG and Universe.
He's dropping very
low. Healing him up. Decay comes out. And Insania juke this one out. He's going to try. SVG's going to have Decay back up in a second. He's got the sentry down.
He's going to get
Should be able to have this one. Bam. He's got it. SVG picks up first blood for Forward Gaming.
Very nice. Got some at least on the board there. Undying, the king of the lanes, as we've seen time and time again. And Universe will get some last hits here. And Luna does have a big creep wave under the tower, though, and he will be able to get all these last hits for herself.
Just picking up what he can from the jungle.
Yeah, we see this is like a secret thing that they did a bunch, right? They just have this Enigma go to this different kind of position, be a little bit more greedy, keep spamming those denies to at least protect your offlaner to get those last hits.
So is it just more value to have quadruple mangoes than just sort of being, claritying up in the jungle?
I've seen it like every time now.
That's a lot of mangoes.
Yeah, I've seen the quad mango like every time now. It's just the build that the pros are doing. Mangoes became pretty efficient. I guess if you're uncontested jungle, the clarities are more efficient overall. But if he wants to walk to lane, then at least this gives something. Yes. Clarities don't give anything.
No, that's true.
Sania again, getting beat down. Universe will close the gap.
They've got this one. Double edge to finish it off. Forward Gaming doing a good job of controlling the top lane.
They need this, like we were saying. They need this Centaur off to a good start. Because mid, see, you know, he's catching up. Rezo's getting some last hits, but KotLGuy definitely leading that board. And he can. I actually like the build KotLGuy's done this game. It's the 3 and toss rather than 3 and avalanche. You know that this troll is pretty low on health pool, so what you do is you keep filling up your mana and you just keep tossing creeps on him. I've seen this a lot from some of the players. Usually you do see that 3 avalanche, but in this type of matchup, you just keep throwing the creeps at him, throw a tree at him over and over again. He gets slow. He keeps having to buy regen, and his net worth will be impacted because of it. So 5-minute bounty runes. We see teams starting to set up here. MSS saving the skill point. Will he get the stun? He will. Boxy's here though. But Taiga's also going to get pressured, you are. The Starstorm actually hits Boxy. Taiga will get taken down, but Boxy will get a return kill. The arrow. Oh. You are. He's got a stick. He's got a leap. Will he get the rune?
It's my rune. No, he doesn't go for it.
He wanted to save his leap just in case, I think.
So Boxy will be able to secure at least that one for Alliance.
And mid, I actually like this move by Taiga. I was going to say they have to try to get a rune for KotLGuy because he doesn't have any mana, but that's where the TP comes into play, even though Taiga died. Refills KotLGuy's bottle. Rezo is going to be shrining up back to full. But immediately we're going to see KotLGuy going to toss a creep at him, probably.
Rezo. He has got those raindrops to be prepared for it.
He missed. Oh, he tried to toss back. I thought he was going to toss for the range creep. Now he's going for the room to solidify
SVG top.
that.
This time they get on top of them, Mickey. And Insania, as SVG does get a decay out. But Tiger's got his eyes on him as well. Yeah, SVG.
KotLGuy gets a regen. He's sitting there waiting for this one. Rezo's catching back up in last hits, though. Okay. Forward, definitely making the best of all this. You are getting some decent farm. See the greedy Enigma getting some good farm, too. Lift the wave so they can try to pressure this bottom tower in the mid with those catapult waves. Glad that Rezo got the raindrop again, just like in that last matchup. Just so that he can't actually get threatened too much by all that damage. 3 toss, plus a toss as well.
Top Insania. Set up on Universe once again. McKay keeps himself out of range of the Who Stop. Light Shadow does come out. Is he going to be able to save him? They've got the Sentry there prepared, Alliance.
He hadn't even faded yet, and they were already prepared with it.
Doing a good job of stepping up McKay's farm on that top lane on the Luna. Despite sort of the aggression from SVG getting forward a couple of kills, McKay's able to sort of catch back up and feel pretty safe at the back of the 2 supports in this lane.
Yeah, I think they should just keep this tri-lane for the most part. I think the Wyvern...
Yeah, Pango's fine on his own.
Yeah, Wyvern can save TPs to try to set up for mid or for bottom with responses, but I think just shutting down the Centaur is a pretty good option. And, well, not really just shutting down the Centaur, it's just guaranteeing Mickey can get some farm. As he's getting spammed a lot by those decay stacks.
Yeah, I think... Oh, Insania.
They've got a sentry for him.
They do have preparations, but he's got the stick charges. Will keep himself out of range of the double edge. And Tiger perfectly in and gets the touch on both of them. Tombstone will be dropped down by SVG. So Universe and SVG stand around it. There's hard ready for Mickey to get in and take it away. Box is going to come in with the TP. He has got the ult ready to go. As he's rolling in, Boxy looking to get on top of them. See if he can find them. Universe held in place by the Lucid Beam, and in fact, Boxy. Perfect roll, gets the 2 of them with the contact. Universe will try and turn things around with the stomp. Extra TPs are coming through as Insania does get punished. Can you catch out anyone else, though? That's the question. He has got an arrow, but almost impossible ready to hit Boxy, so Boxy will be allowed to walk away.
He's got a full Vanguard finished up instead of going for any type of mana regen early. We'll probably see him get an Arcane Boost right afterwards, but now he's going to be active. They're gonna swap the lanes so that Mickey can be more comfortable to farm, and Mickey had saved the skill point so he can get the glaives. So it can be that farming Luna that we love so much. Rezo looks like he's just going to be jungling for the time being, giving the middle lane to either the supports or one of the other heroes.
We are seeing
MSS is 6.
I was going to say, they're getting away with the greed. This MSS, he's just been jungling. He's been farming, and he's making good use of it.
Yeah.
This is a pretty, you know, considerably big support Enigma for 9 minutes in. Oh. What's that? I mean,
it looked like a misclick.
I think it was. Yeah. No, well play came out from that.
Yeah.
There was no one there apart from some creeps. That had to be, I mean, that had to be a misclick.
I looked around. I was like, what
just,
the? I don't see anyone near him.
I think you got at least one creep with it.
One or two. Oh, all right. Not the most value Eclipse at the start here. That's been painful. I mean, Eclipse in this game, he can definitely look to set up. He could have looked to set up kills on pretty much any hero. The beauty about the Luna if you are active.
Oh, here comes the Pango.
Stampede.
Once again, he's going to chase him down.
SVG gets hit.
Oh, didn't get the other bounce. If he got the second bounce and went for a blind swashbuck, he could have had it. It didn't matter anyway. Didn't have the mana for swashbuck.
Yeah.
A second bounce would not have been quite enough damage. I don't think. Anyway, Boxy will look to farm at the tombstone though. There's money there for the Pangolier.
Yeah, it's pretty much the kill. 4 bounty runes though collected by Forager in the meantime. And they even get the real rune too on your war, getting that haste rune.
They lose SVG. It was EA who was going for the suicide play.
Oh, he died at the same spot, huh? He went all the way to that 2-2 dive.
Rezo.
Does he have the damage? It's a miss.
The miss. And now the hole. MSS looking to try and turn things around, but the black hole gets cancelled by Quaifa. That's black hole down.
That was very close. It might have actually been a kill if he didn't miss. He has a lot of armor. He has a decent amount of armor on the troll though, but yeah, that's unfortunate for him. But now it's an Eclipse wasted and it's a black hole wasted. So on both sides, slight mistakes.
Yeah, I think you're more worried if anything about the black hole being wasted because I mean MSS, you know, he's been farming up, doing what he can, but he's no threat at all really.
Oh, SVG. He could run into Mikke here. Mikke is farming incredibly low right now. He sees him. Rezo might make the rotation down too.
He can get the wraparound from the tree line. He could just pop the Luna. Mikke's getting greedy. Oh, the greed. Oh.
The stampede.
Oh. Can he turn it, Mikke? He's taking the tombstone.
Another
he's out of stick. He's dead.
Die.
He's going to die. SVG's got him.
The warding play. Finding the low heroes. The dream. As Rezo also. He makes his way down and gets
it. That's the helm. That's dead.
Did it not get glyphed? Did they not notice it in time?
Insane just came in from the invis and punched him.
All right. Get some gold back in Boxy.
I mean, MSS, he's dead now. Yeah, there's the setup for Boxy to come in. Rolling Thunder on top of him. The arrow does catch onto the tree, but Boxy's still rolling about. Jumps forward, he's burst down a second. They will lose Insania. But Boxy getting some tasty action with the Pango plays.
And Mikke will just go back to jungle immediately to farm. How's Universe doing on the blink? It is finished. All right, so forward. I mean, this is big timing for them to make these moves on the map. I think Universe has to just not show on the map much and just look for kills. It's Quaifa. Won't be able to find You are taking that health talent too. I think it's really important to take these like health talents when you're playing versus Tiny. We see also Resolution takes the 250 health talent on the troll. Just set yourself prepared to tank all those spells, as we said. You know, Alliance, they have a lot of nukes that will be coming out in that mid game. And Rezo's off to a good start. He is 700 ahead of the Luna.
Yeah, it's looking much better here for forward game than game.
Yeah.
They've got something good going here.
They just have to watch out on the squishier heroes to be ready with either raindrops or cloaks so that they don't just get straight comboed. And I do see, I think, almost all of them having that raindrop at least, except for the ones that have the health counts don't have to worry so much. It's Quaifa mid.
Oh, he tried to go in to finish off the tower, but they were ready, and they're going to get the tower denied.
Oh, Quaifa with a very costly mistake.
So come down bottom.
That is the blink reveal as well as on Universe, so now they are aware of that. Now they can make these invasion plays. They already have a deep ward down. They could look to put a secondary one, but they're going to look and just get on the hunt, looking for this Luna nonstop since they already have that bottom tower taken out.
So top, Sonia. Talking with MSS. MSS did see him under the sentry, hence why he dropped the midnight pulse there to clear the trees. It's Boxy. Blink after the Vanguard. He's halfway towards the money.
They have to make sure on Alliance that they keep their the cores running around making the plays. The Pangoliers with the Tiny, because the one problem with their support duo is that they have no damage between them. Like Treant and Wyvern, there's just not the damage whatsoever. So they do have to make sure that if they do make those moves, they have one of those cores at least to set up for the nukes. So on the side of forward, I mean, the Centaur is going to be making plays, but he can make plays. He does a lot of damage himself, so he can make plays quite easily if he has a +1.
Sonia, look for the setup mid, goes in. He's got the overgrowth setting up for Boxy to come in with the angle of the Rolling Thunder. They are a little beefy, the two of them, and Resolution is there as well. Another route comes out. There's the jump forward for Quakefoot with the Avalanche. It's enough to bring down SVG. Now turning, Boxy, he has got the jump, shield crash, and swashbuckle back up in a second. Should be fine in. Oh, okay, with the black hole committed, he's not. MSS does not leave any chance for escape as he commits the black hole. Did need to. Swashbuckle would have been back up and Boxy could have got out of there. So MSS securing the kill.
Might as well commit for it in these situations where the pace is slowing down.
Yeah. Look at that, a 76% Dota plus win probability favoring Forward Gaming at this stage of the game. In a game where, I don't know if it feels 75-25. I'd certainly argue it's a little closer than that.
Yeah, it's for now. They're putting wards up. They did get spotted when they were doing the smoke. Quakefoot, he walks right in. He knows that they were here too.
He's getting chased and he needs help. He needs it now. Tiger is going to drop the Winston's Curse to the back line. Mickey moving in with the Eclipse. They've found SVG. Can they get more? That's the question. They'll get the bounty rune. Head over to Resolution. Toss forward. And Boxy jumps down with the swashbuckle. They'll get both. It's Boxy. Even seeing if he can find more, but Ioannis does have the Moonlight Shadow once again ready. No detection on Boxy on the front of it.
They saw the smoke. I mean, Quakefoot did the bait there. They actually all TP'd in advance. And I did see, I was actually looking it up, and initially it did say, I was also questioning, is the glaives bouncing the zombies? Glaives do bounce and kill all the zombies.
Oh, they do actually hurt them.
I just watched, I checked it a few times and it said they do not, but they absolutely do.
They were, okay.
Ioannis tries to commit forward for a kill. This is a cold embrace.
Ooh, Ioannis?
He's got one more leap left.
He's out of there, isn't he? He's thinking about poking a Quakefoot. He's got the stick charges. Oh, arrow doesn't connect, so won't be able to dive for it, but nice. I'd like to see that Ioannis stepping up and not getting too scared.
Very costly, though, forward in the last few moments. They had a 2k gold lead. It gets swung very quickly, and Mickey gets involved in kills, too. So he gets some gold his way. Now he has Mask of Madness, and he's got Dragonlance. So he's a bit tankier, so he can actually absorb some of the pressure that could come from that Stampede that we saw. Rezo gets a DD bottom, so we'll accelerate his farm a little bit faster here.
Less than a 1k difference between the two teams. 12 for 10. At the moment is 16 minutes in. Ioannis on his Marana. At the top of the net worth. And they're back up again in 15 seconds. They could look to try and make another play.
Quite for smoke, looking to try to set up for something here too. The lines, they're pushing out this bottom wave with the Wyvern, as Wyvern is, I mean, Tiger almost has a blink dagger, by the way, on the Wyvern. Pretty damn quick. So they're going to have triple blinks on Alliance very soon to protect their Luna.
Ooh, Moonlight, Ioannis. He's going to spot Quake for that.
They knew. They knew something was up. They popped the dust, doesn't connect. Boxy TPs to try to prepare for some type of move. They might think it's more heroes making that invasion, but it's just the Marana as SVG. We call the Moonlight Shadow. Sometimes it's like a smoke. You know, sometimes it is just used as a smoke, and he does use that as a setup for that ward to get deep.
In terms of the Moonlight Shadows, at the moment, there's no real sort of sentry ward sort of vision out from Alliance.
Yeah,
so,
they just have the dust.
Yeah, they can get away with a lot of these Moonlight Shadow plays at the moment.
Yeah, I'd like to see them actually be purchasing more. I mean,
they
went greedy.
Around.
That's the thing, right? Like the Wyvern, he was just like, I'm farming, I'm going to get a blink at a good time, so he wants to go for that to set up for his team fight. The tree. We'll probably buy a bunch of sentries really soon here. To prepare for that. MSS able to take that top tower, and what's the build going to be on him? It's just going to be a tanky build, as kind of expected when he's versing 2 BKB piercing disables. Just try to get your Mac, try to get any of those items. They're looking for the Roche. They've got Undying, they've got Troll.
Okay, we'll see
this
if,
is pretty safe.
I mean, did do Alliance, are they aware of this? They are?
They have really good Roche fight with a Blink Dagger on Pangolier.
I mean, Boxy, he's ready to go in. In fact, he's going to start playing outside of the pit. He gets held in place, but that's actually going to help him out. Get an extra bounce onto Resolution. Resolution, he's going to die. The Black Hole gets cancelled by the Winter's Curse. As Alliance, they will lose one. They've lost themselves the Wyvern, but he's already done his job. Boxy comes across again with the swashbuckle, jumping, getting the shield crash damage resistance, but it won't actually save him. SVG does clean up the two of them.
They use the buyback on Troll, so they have to commit forward for the kill here. Insania is trying to set up for the Enigma, but he is alone.
Chain stuns. Triple kill for SVG, and Resolution's back in the pit.
They didn't have I mean, they didn't have their Luna or their Tiny anywhere near that.
The 3 and the dead. Forward Gaming will secure it. I mean, that looked like it was going to start off. Oh, hang on. They came up by the Ancients. What's going on here?
Oh my God. The creep. The armor reduction actually making it so Universe gets brought down and he gets rooted.
Mickey, what are you doing?
He walks in.
Oh, no. I mean, he knew they were there. He knew they just grabbed the Aegis. He just walks in head first and says, kill me. And then they do.
All right. That was...
Oh, no.
An interesting series of events. As KotLGuy commits for it, doesn't land the Avalanche on anyone either.
Yeah, they've got to calm it down a little bit, Alliance. Calm it down. I'm going to see us replay again. I mean, the way they started...
the troll
bit of I'd say a bit of a mess up there from MSS. Yeah, sure, you hold him in place, but you hold him in place to allow him to get another bounce. And that does allow them to at least get the resolution kill to start things off. It looks great, but as you say, with the instant buyback and the fact that a team as a whole, I mean, KotLGuy, he was already walking away from this fight. You know, Boxy's there, Insania's looking for the wraparound. KotLGuy, he was just sort of messing around by the Ancients. He was near the fight, but didn't have any interest in going in.
Bottom. First setup.
Oh, that's a beautiful setup. Overgrowth as well. Boxy jumping around. Do they have the damage to get the kill? Ioannis still alive. Oh, he's going to live.
And the Cold Embrace going to protect Boxy for now, but he's under a tombstone. His movement speed's going to be reduced, but he is able to get that swashbuckle.
Still got that swashbuckle, but they lose Tiger.
Oh, and now Universe. They get the slow on Mickey. They're going to have the follow-up stun if they're able to close with Universe. He gets a bash, and he will.
Oh, he's got the control as Forward Gaming starting to really get the gears going. As Alliance, they look to sort of hold this game even, but sort of a few unfortunate plays and mistakes are now leaving them in the dust, and Forward Gaming taking the lead. Yeah,
we were mentioning how they, Alliance, they have good Roshan fight, but fighting into Tombstone around the Roche pit is a really scary thing. So that's why KotLGuy, you could see he was sitting on the high ground just kind of watching. I don't think he had his Shadow Blade finished just yet. So getting in is fine, but getting out would be a huge problem. Oxy?
Should be fine here. He's got full wand, he's still got Swashbuckle, but he didn't pop the wand before shield crashing, so he's not fine.
Change stuns. Yeah. Okay, and now that's a full BKB now for Rezo. So he is crazy farmed at the top of that net worth. And he can actually get involved in fights. Sure, there's still the BKB piercing disables, but he can just charge to the back line on top of the Luna with a little bit less fear of damage and being blown up. And this Luna, she is pretty far away from Manta. She needs BKB and Manta in this game to be able to try to fight properly as well.
It's going to be some time away at this rate unless Alliance can find a superior fight.
And they don't have... The thing about Alliance too is they don't really have many wards on the map. Quick blink. Yeah, their vision on the map is really quite poor right now for Alliance's forward. They have super invasive wards, just being able to make all these constant plays with this Centaur blink.
Yeah, forward, you can certainly feel that this game, with the momentum they have, they know that they've got this edge. They can waltz around the map as a group as they wish, but Alliance actually finding MSS a little left below. Who's left behind? The rest of Forward Gaming, they are stuck together. What? They want to go in on this. They want to utilize that agency resolution. They're fighting without the Enigma and the Black Hole.
KotLGuy has a Shadow Blade too, so Tombstone's drop, but he just invis away.
He's under a sentry.
He's under a sentry.
The sentry's still there. They've got vision onto KotLGuy, but Dust is out as well. Jump forward, Jawai's got the double damage rune, so no trouble at all in taking down the Tiny.
Oh, he cut up instead of cutting down. They actually didn't have a sentry around their own ops ward. Forward. Alliance KotLGuy takes the wrong route. He gets punished. Mickey survives though, and that's the important thing for him to continue farming on the Luna so he can actually be this force. But they're not buying that many sentries still. I see Senia's just walking around with the dust still. They haven't been able to look around and stop this warding as forward. They're positioned around all their wards constantly, and they just keep dropping more and more aggressive wards down. Maybe I think Senia wants to be the one to farm now that the Wyvern has the GPM talent, and they're just going to force Taiga to buy all those sentries. It looks like that's the case, actually. 30 seconds left on that Roche, on that Aegis.
Cool. MSS. He's found Insania. Does he want to commit a Black Hole for this? That's the question. He doesn't need to, by the looks of it, with the micro. Okay, he does. Anyway. He will anyway. I think he had him blocked in there.
It did seem like in now boxing, he's looking to set up for a kill here with Koikfa.
There's no black hole.
All the forward is coming in now.
Foxy gets out before actually Ioannis gets a touch on him.
Oh my god, so close. He hit behind actually the perfect tree to TP.
But that was Mickey as well?
Yeah.
That was the Luna?
Yep.
Well, that was a little scary.
It was right next to the ops ward they had placed down.
He nearly lost the Luna. Mickey, he's got to be careful. I mean, he gets out. Only just though. Oh my goodness. Keeping everybody on the edge of their seats this game.
It's like 2 times now that he's barely gotten away. And it allows him to be that top net worth.
He's doing a good job of farming up the map.
Yeah. And it's important, like we said, he needs man to BKB this game so he can actually fight a little bit better so he doesn't have to worry about that stun. Still has to worry about the troll getting on top of him, on top of her though.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied. Invisibility.
Light shadow. Oh no, it's not.
Just Invis-run. Yeah, I heard it too. I was like, huh?
Does she say the same language in the seconds? Does she say invisibility when she moonlights?
I think maybe sometimes.
I don't think she does actually. I think
it
is just when she grabs through. I don't know. They might use the line for both things. Probably.
Not a voice.
No, I think she does. I swear when
not
you
a voice line expert, but I think she does say
when
it.
you press Moonlight Shadow sometimes, I swear she does say invisibility. Maybe it's when you just shoot.
I haven't played that hero in a while.
Can't
play Mirana as support anymore.
Really thinking about the real problems. Does Mirana use the same line when she casts Moonlight sometimes? I think he does.
Koikfa doing the split push down bottom. They're trying to defend their towers a little bit here on the side of Alliance, but they will lose 2.
Koikfa. That's good space. Oh, we have a question.
What does
from
the
a Redditor.
What does the eye on top of the minimap mean?
Vision control. Vision control set. So the percent of Radiant, the percentage of the map that Radiant can see, and the percentage of the map that the Dire can see.
So you know, I was saying how forward they've been having these very good aggressive wards up. They haven't been getting countered a lot of time, and you can see that on that beautiful scale that we have there, ticking back and forth.
The reality of it is it's actually the green represents the amount of people in chat spamming Kappa, and the red represents the amount of people spamming Dan's game.
So a lot of Bulldogs. A lot of Bulldogs in chat.
There's a lot of Bulldog fans in chat at the moment. Dan's game is winning out.
Bit of a farm game now has progressed after that. Aegis gets timed out. Forward kind of capitalizing on the bottom side of the map, while Alliance they're capitalizing more on the top side. And they're cutting that net worth. It's still been sitting like around that 4K for a very, very long, like, not very, very long, but like 10 minutes or so. And the experience is starting to tick down a little bit toward Alliance.
See what happens
fairly
around.
Even.
See what happens around this next Roche. As that last Roche was a bit of a disaster for Alliance.
I mean, they didn't have the Luna or the Tiny. That's the big thing.
Now,
like,
I mean,
now they should be. Once they have BKB
they've got to bring
Luna,
Mickey in.
Yeah, they can get in.
They've got to. I mean, yeah, he should have it. Well, the Roshan is going to be up a little bit before he has it, but he's very close. And boxing. He's rolling in. Giving them the old bouncy, and he's out.
He's like, never mind. The Tranquil Boot's staying active that whole time, so SVG gets a lot of regen. In the meanwhile, and now they're trying to commit forward as they know Boxy doesn't have ult. They're Moonlight Shadow.
He's still got the swashbuckle, the blink. He's such a mobile hero.
He had that
very
sentry.
hard to catch him.
Had the sentry ward down to see Rezo as he approaches too. And Koikfa immediately just starts threatening bottom. Pushes it in as deep as he can. Rezo wants to try to set up for him here.
Oh.
And Insania, it looks like Insania is looking for a serious snipe.
Let's have a look.
Where's the rune? The arrow's coming in. Koikfa does dodge it.
Oh, it's the bait. Come and take this rune.
Oh, he takes it.
Young lady. Ha ha!
He
punch him!
Oh, Insania's there!
Oh, the Manta! But the overgrowth! Insania can't get close enough!
Oh, he's not going to
get it. He's not going to get it at all.
Too many buddies there. He tried to bait it.
He did. He went for the rune bait. Unsuccessful.
But Yawar has itemized smart. You know, he's playing versus the Train Protector, rushing that Manta style, of course. Try to protect himself for his overgrowth.
I can see replay of this as well. I mean, it looked like he had it set up.
1-2, stun, toss.
I mean,
Insta-Manta.
He blinked back. You know what I'm saying?
He was scared.
He was
think
scared.
for good reason. I think he would have died
But
as well.
Insania wasn't. Insania, he was a true warrior.
Well,
he was straight in.
Look at his name.
I mean, this is true. But Quake was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm out of this. Blinking back to safety. At Fort Gaming, they're into the pit.
And they kill this really quickly now. I don't know if isn't Alliance going to be there in time. You see them TPing into the shrine.
I don't know if they are. This is a quick rush.
The tomb's on the high ground
It's a
too.
quick rush.
This is a scary place to fight with that tomb in that spot.
They got to get in right now if they want any sort of chance. Boxy's looking to roll in. Can he get in? Oh, he's in, but he doesn't get the Aegis. And now he's been black holed. The Winter's Curse comes out, catches the 4 of them, but they've lost Boxy. Oh, bit of SVG hate being sent out by Resolution. Due to the Winter's Curse, Resolution will kill off the Undying Boy.
Close to Boxy actually getting the cheese there as it was on the ground, but...
Did he? Yeah, did it? So did he?
Rezo got both.
Rezo got both.
Yeah.
So all things looking up for Forward Gaming.
Look at KotLGuy immediately. He goes to the mid lane. He's going to cut the wave. Bottom and top are already pushed into. KotLGuy has to be careful not to get caught here, though. Universe is... Oh, he was looking to try to catch, but we'll address those side lanes first. Mickey. No, sorry. Taiga. He's just got the blink, the Aethelins, and he's just queued up a refresher on the Wyvern.
Okay.
I mean,
the Winter's Curse
do so much work.
They are absolutely massive. That's his job.
Yeah. And Insania will go for that blink dagger like we were mentioning from earlier. So just trying to get, you know, just those guaranteed black hole cancels and just a position advantage. As Rezo, he does have like the Manta BKB, but still has to be a little bit careful how he uses them. As we always say, you know, you got to save one for the root. Full Greaves on MSS was finished a bit earlier. That'll be nice versus that physical damage and yeah, to dispel that overgrowth in particular. And GPM talents plenty, of course.
Boxy's getting the Maelstrom next. It's getting a bit of damage.
I thought he might go for the Basher.
I thought he might go for the Basher as well. It's super good against the Enigma.
Yeah.
He's really good.
It's good for those BKBs too. Yeah.
Yeah, because what's MSS rocking at the moment? Yeah, he's using them. Yeah, blink. Nearly done for MSS. He's starting to make the support Enigma look good this game.
Yeah,
he got a lot of space to start to farm and.
The good thing is too that they. Oh, Taiga. MSS is here.
They've got him. Clears the trees. Finds the Wyvern. Mid lane, the push coming through as well. Reverse and SVG starting to poke at the base. Still yet to really see a fight from Alliance where they utilize Mickey to his full potential. And Mickey jumped on, he's got the back of a Boxy. Boxy comes in with a Rolling Thunder. BKB is going to be committed by Resolution. He's trying to get himself on top of Insania. The Overgrowth is going to be removed straight away by the Manta Stun. As he gets the kill onto Insania. Insania will buy back immediately. They did commit multiple BKBs there for that one forward. And as we saw in that sort of that mid-fight at least, only getting the Treant.
Any type of these kills they get on the Wyvern or the tree are pretty significant though. In particular Wyvern. I mean, Wyvern, one of the best high ground defenders with that high range Splinter Blast, and also just Cold Embraces versus Troll is very frustrating to play against.
Blink on MSS. For the big plays to happen. Just have to be, as we say, a little careful this game. Winter's Curses could cause an issue for him, as well as... I mean, I was waiting out the trees, because there's a few things that he has to be wary of.
They know that power rate's coming down here. They have vision of them while they do it.
They know that Mickey also used that BKB in the mid defense. He's got 10 seconds before it's up.
This is quite the chase coming out here. All 10 heroes.
TP. He needs help. Alliance needs to get over here and help their Luna, and they are. They're heading around. Quaifa, oh, nice two-man avalanche. He's looking to beat down MSS. Does not have the damage to do so. MSS turns with the Malefice. The Midnight Pulse drop down. On the high ground, Boxy preparing. Rolls forward, gets the bounce onto the two of them. Winter's Curse is going to be there to hold off the rest, but Ioannis still out of range of it. But the BKB can jump forward and take down SVG. Oh, sorry, Quaifa. As SVG does fall to Tiger, it's a 1-for-1.
Yor always makes this Mirana look super good. I mean, he's 11-0-7 in this game.
I mean, it's arguably his best hero.
It's his best hero.
Like, that is the Yor hero.
Absolutely.
Boxy, it's been found. He's got Swashbuckle and Living Armor. Blink as well, of course, to keep the distance. But again, Forward Gaming, they are taking the favorable trades. They lose an Undying, they get Tiny. They did not have to use Black Hole. They still have that ready.
Now we see the constant fear of when, you know, Tiny, very good hero, but when you're playing into, in particular, Undying, like these tombstones, it's such a problem for you. You commit forward, you can't really get out. Even with the Shadow Blade, they've been prepared with Dust every single time. And they saw that. They saw that whole move coming into with the ward. They wanted to try to take some type of engagement, but there's still that Aegis and Cheese on forward, but it will be getting reclaimed in about 10 seconds.
See, and Boxy didn't invest the money into the Maelstrom, so maybe thinking about the bigger items.
Yeah.
So, another question here. I believe I was asking you this the other day. Another question from good old Redditor says, why do some pros not upgrade the magic stick?
Because you replace it. I don't
yeah,
know. I don't
just
know
don't
the other
hold
reason,
on
really.
to it for long enough. For
sometimes it's not like the best stick game either, but it's an incredibly value item overall. So
but
especially
so the upgrade to the wand is comparatively to just buying a stick for 200 is just not worth the increase.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just like, you're waiting for your next big item and you can get delayed. You know, sometimes it's like, oh man, I have this 500 gold, I want the stick, but then it's like, oh, but I'm close to this other item. I think it's kind of random too. I think a lot of players just kind of, they do or they don't. Because like you see Boxy has one, but Treant Protector only has a regular. So it's tough. Like for carry players and for mid laners, it's sometimes a little bit more difficult to get that item. Because like I said, you're going to replace it fairly quickly. But sometimes I also ask the same question myself.
Boxy is being hunted here a little bit by the Moonlight Shadow.
He's got the longer duration Rolling Thunder because he's got that 15 talent.
It's so hard to get on top of this hero. A Resolution with the blink, he can certainly give it a shot, jumps forward. Getting the bashes, Boxy needs help, he'll get it from Tiger. Holds back Reza with a Winter's Curse, and Boxy will be enabled to get back up to the high ground with the Swashbuckle.
Mickey starts pushing out that top wave as much as possible. Quakefa just continue to get that farm, wants to get that Daedalus. Mickey just wants Butterfly. Get that timing versus the Troll. This Troll is not building an MKB in this game. He's gone for the dive. Scotty to have that BKB piercing slow and then the Nullifier. As top, we have a 2v2 setup here. Two of the big cores on Alliance. They're looking for Universe. He's got a gem too.
And they've got him. That's going to be the gem on the ground. Ioannis going to jump in and try and find the kill in return, though, as he's on top of Mickey. Got a good duration with the arrow. Ooh. Mickey pops the BKB, but the damage is too much for Ioannis.
Time and time again. I mean, Ioannis 12, 0, and 7. Just finding these arrows, finding all these kill setups too, and being there in time to help out his buddy, but they did get the gem. That's one thing Quakefa was able to pick that one up, but before the Luna did die, she popped BKB, which was a 9-second one. Now it's down to 8.
No BKB here for 45 seconds, even if Mickey does decide he has to buy back. He's dead for a minute if he holds off on it. We'll see how well Alliance can hold without their Luna.
Boxy bought the Maelstrom after he died, just for this defense here. Crimson Guard doing some work holding up that tower, and they haven't taken it out completely, and they're versus a Treant Protector, so we know what's going to happen. If they don't commit forward for it, they have to actually do so. Ioannis jumps in, gets the arrow again.
He's straight in! Sets up for Resolution to get on top of Tiger, and that's the Wyvern gone. They've got the ball in the hole, but Boxy's still able to roll off. The Overgrowth cancels the Black Hole, and now with the Winter's Curse, it's a beautiful one. Bringing Resolution down incredibly low, but not quite low enough. Pops the cheese, he's back up to full, they'll get out of there.
Oh, the Stampede to run away, and it was a triple buyback altogether from Alliance.
Pushing themselves financially further and further behind here, Alliance.
They needed to get some catch there for
really
themselves. That is incredibly costly.
It was still yet to really see Alliance kick off with sort of Mickey being a big presence in the fights. It seems very hard to get him in because as we're seeing, you know, the threat of the team fight from forward.
Look at the way that they set up.
Look at Ioannis like,
we're in, boys.
Bam! Sets up the arrow. Resolution's in on top. Perfect read from one another to get the quick kills. Nice attempt to cancel the Black Hole with the Overgrowth and Insania, and perfect punish of the position with that Winter's Curse. They do find your what? Oh,
that's a huge kill bounty.
Oh, Mickey is rich. Boxy, can he get out of this? He's going to jump. He's got to roll. He's going to bowl out. Can't make it away.
Quakefa's coming from the high ground. Mickey has a DD as well.
Oh no, this Luna's a little bit scary. That's MSS dead. Surely no, it's not. MSS able to get out with the Stampede. They've lost 2 on Alliance. Mickey's got to do something big. There's 2 dead on Alliance with no buyback.
Ioannis bought back too. He's coming back to take this fight. If they kill the Luna.
Oh my goodness,
Luna
this is
not a buyback. The arrow hits.
Alliance.
The arrow hits the Luna.
Ioannis. He shoots and he scores. There is a Winter's Curse, but Mickey, can he do anything? He'll pop the Eclipse. He's trying to turn, but he is dead. He's dead.
Man.
And so is Tiger, as there's only a buyback available on Quakefa. Forward Gaming can simply moves towards the mid lane.
They can end the game, probably. They have a Troll Warlord.
There's very little now that can be done by Alliance's Forward Gaming.
They're going to set up for tier 4s. Universe is going to kill this tower. They step between the 2 tier 4s to get that return damage going. And right away, yeah, they're going to close this one out.
That's over. GG is called as Forward Gaming will take the series to a draw 1-1 now.
Yo, War. What was his arrow accuracy?
The Ioannis Marana. It's a little bit of a shame that he did die at the end. Otherwise, he would have had a flawless game. But still, 12-1 and 11. Very impressive on the Marana. And hey, it worked out for them. We sort of said during